to the cinematic adventures. I'm Timdiana, enduring it in search for credit. You know, over the years, I've covered several movies, and I've had to deal with a variety of filmmakers. But you know, there's one name that has seemed to escape me. You may know it. You might. He's a director that just so happens to go by the name of, Steven Spielberg? The name alone is cemented with the word film. You almost don't have to mention anything about the guy. His name seems to speak for itself. Since the 70s, Steven Spielberg has revolutionized the concept of filmmaking as well as the term. So with Spielberg's vast resume, picking a film was not easy. So, I used an ancient technique that has helped many for centuries. A technique that I felt could help me choose just what movie to review. Eeny, meeny, miny, moe, catch a tiger by his toe. If he hollers, let him go. Eeny, meeny, miny, moe. So our cinematic adventure for today is Jurassic Park. What can be said of Jurassic Park that hasn't already been said? Like many films from Spielberg, Jurassic Park is considered a classic. The movie is an adaptation to Michael Crichton's novel, which surrounded the concept of bringing dinosaurs to the 20th century. Well, if anyone can pull a film version of Jurassic Park, it would have to be Steven Spielberg. And he did just that in 1993. But has Jurassic Park stood the test of time, or did it go extinct with the dinosaurs? Well, the only way to find out is heading onto the helicopter, looking over there, and landing right onto Jurassic Park. The journey begins with a group of guards transporting a massive crate. And what could be in this massive crate? Well, it couldn't possibly be a dinosaur, could it? I'm still not convinced. We cut to our lawyer stereotype as he travels through the jungle in a full suit.
Because Grant's like me. He's a digger.
Hold on just one second, I'm gonna check on something. Yep, it's a plot device. Should have seen that one coming. Now we're introduced to Dr. Alan Grant, played by Sam Neill, as well as Dr. Ellie Sattler, played by Laura Dern. Grant and Sattler are dinosaur experts who are digging up remains of raptors.
Turned backward, just like a bird. Look at the vertebrae, full of air sacs and hollows, just like a bird.
And even the word raptor means bird of prey.
That doesn't look very scary. More like a 6-foot turkey.
Hey, a 6-foot turkey could be scary. And delicious.
Because Velociraptor's a pack hunter, you see. He uses coordinated attack patterns, and he is out in force today. And he slashes at you with this 6-inch retractable claw, like a razor, on the middle toe.
Hold on just one second, I'm gonna check here. Yep, plot device. They seem to be everywhere. Apparently, Dr. Grant is not too fond of kids. We don't get a full explanation why, he just isn't. But Grant and Sattler have other problems as a helicopter lands right on their dig site. Seriously, there's terrain everywhere. What kind of an asshole would land right on their dig spot?
Hey, we were saving that.
For today, I guarantee it.
Apparently Santa. This is John Hammond, played by Richard Attenborough. He's the man responsible for funding Dr. Grant and Sattler's excavation, but he's arrived to talk to them about something else.
You're the top minds, and if I could just persuade you to sign off on the park, give it your endorsement, maybe even pen a wee testimonial, I could get back on schedule.
Why would they care what we think?
What kind of park is this?
Well, he's talking to two dinosaur experts, so I'm gonna guess he's talking about SeaWorld? Grant and Sattler gladly accept Hammond's invitation, but unbeknownst to them, dark forces are conspiring against Hammond, such as Dennis, played by Wayne Knight.
That's up to your guy on the boat. 7 o'clock tomorrow night on the East Dock. Make sure he gets it right.
How are you planning to beat security?
Oh, I've got an 18-minute window. 18 minutes and your company catches up on 10 years of research.
So who is this evil organization and what is exactly they want? Well, the movie never goes into it. Ever. Yeah. Grant, Sattler, and Hammond are on their way to the island and are accompanied by the lawyer and Ian Malcolm, played by Jeff Goldblum. Ian is a chaos theorist, because when dealing with dinosaurs, it's best to have a chaos theorist around.
There it is.
Well, that's cool and all, John, but, what are you looking at? Because, you're not facing the island. Anyways, the group lands on the island and make their way through. And if there was any disbelief that this movie wasn't going to feature dinosaurs, prepare to be proven wrong.
It's a dinosaur.
It's only a model.
So here we have our first reveal of dinosaurs, and the scene still holds up. The build-up was great, and the music only expands on the moment. Though I have to wonder why these characters didn't see these creatures yards away. I'm not saying this makes the scene bad, it's just they're big. You think you could spot them? So how did John Hammond bring dinosaurs to the 20th century? Well, fortunately, it's explained through a family-friendly animated video.
100 million years ago, there were mosquitoes, just like today. And just like today, they fed on the blood of animals, even dinosaurs. Sometimes, after biting a dinosaur, the mosquito would land on the branch of a tree and get stuck in the sap. This fossilized tree sap, which we call amber, waited for millions of years with the mosquito inside until Jurassic Park scientists came along. Using sophisticated techniques, they extract the preserved blood from the mosquito and, bingo, dino DNA.
Now, I'm by no means a scientific expert, and I'm willing to expand my disbelief for movies, but, this logic is, flawed. First off, there's the way the scientists got the DNA. Even if you could find fossilized mosquitoes, what are the chances you're going to find the DNA that you're looking for? Furthermore, they use amphibian DNA to blend with the dinosaurs. That's cool and all, but why didn't you use bird DNA? Remember the line from earlier.
Well, maybe dinosaurs have more in common with present-day birds than they do with reptiles.
See, that would have given the movie some context, as Grant's beliefs could have been used to create these dinosaurs. And it would make just as much sense as using frog DNA to create dinosaurs. Well, we do get a deeper look into the process of creating dinosaurs.
Come on then. Come on then. Very good. Push. Push. Very good. God. Push. Come on. Come on. Come on then. There you are. There you are.
Aww, look at it. It's so cute. What kind of dinosaur is it?
It's a velociraptor.
Oh, a raptor. What? Yes, the park also breeds raptors. And they even have a game hunter who is an expert on raptors. Somehow.
That's right, but they never attacked the same place twice. They were testing the fences for weaknesses systematically. They remember.
You know, if these raptors are as smart as you say they are, then why are they a main attraction at your park? This is sounding more and more like a plan from a diabolical madman who's bent on world domination. Wait, I might just answer my own question. So the group has lunch and have a roundtable discussion on the park.
If I may, I'll tell you the problem with the scientific power that you're using here. It didn't require any discipline to attain it. You know, you read what others had done, and you took the next step. You didn't earn the knowledge for yourselves, so you don't take any responsibility for it. You stood on the shoulders of geniuses to accomplish something as fast as you could, and before you even knew what you had, you patented it and packaged it and slapped it on a plastic lunchbox, and now you're selling it. You want to sell it. Well,
I guess having a chaos theorist was actually a good call. But what do the other scientists think?
But these are aggressive living things that have no idea what century they're in, and they'll defend themselves violently if necessary.
Dinosaurs and man, two species separated by 65 million years of evolution, have just been suddenly thrown back into the mix together. How can we possibly have the slightest idea of what to expect?
That's 3 points against Jurassic Park, and the one who agrees with Hammond is...
And we can charge anything we want, $2,000 a day, $10,000 a day, and people will pay it.
You know, if the only person agreeing with you is the lawyer stereotype, then things aren't going to bode well for your park, eh, Hammond?
I don't believe it. You're meant to come down here and defend me against these characters, and the only one I've got on my side is the blood-sucking lawyer.
I rest my case. But now it's time to introduce our last two main characters.
Grandpa!
Kids!
Go away!
We have here Lex and Timmy, who are there to annoy Alan. To be fair, they are kids. I mean, granted, they can be a little annoying at times, but still, they're kids. So the group goes on a tour of the park, and when we get to the first pen, nothing's there. But then we get to the T-Rex's pen, and nothing's there.
Now, eventually, you do plan to have dinosaurs on your dinosaur tour, right? Hello? Hello? Yes?
I really hate that man.
You and America, buddy.
During this failed tour, we're introduced to the park's technician, played by Samuel L. Jackson, and we're reintroduced to Dennis, who works on the park's computer systems.
Would I bid for this job? Because if you can, I'd love to see him try.
Sorry about your financial problems, Dennis. I really am, but they are your problems.
Oh, you're right, John. You're absolutely right. You know, everything's my problem.
I will not get drawn into another financial debate with you, Dennis. I really will not.
There's been hardly any debate at all.
I don't blame people for their mistakes, but I do ask that they pay for them.
Thanks, Dad.
You know, I just can't see Dennis portraying the park. I just simply can't. I mean, I don't see where it's coming from at all. No. Seems like an upstanding gentleman. He really does. During the tour, Alan gets off the ride to find a sick triceratops.
Pretty sure.
There's only one way to be positive. I'd have to see the dinosaurs dropping.
Dino droppings?
That's right, Jeff. Droppings. You know, feces, poo, crap. Where am I going with this? While Dr. Sattler stays with the sick Triceratops, Dennis puts his plan into motion by sneaking into the DNA storage unit and stealing the dinosaur DNA. You think something that valuable would have extra security? I mean, I realize the systems are down, but still, you think they had something else, like a lock or some kind of means that prevents anyone else from using the DNA, or somebody watching. I don't know. I'm just giving you ideas, movie. As Dennis makes his escape, he was able to cripple Jurassic Park's mainframe by shutting down the systems.
You didn't say the magic word.
Please! God damn it! I hate this hacker crap.
Call Nedra's people.
Have you tried turning it off and on again?
Due to the system failure, the Jeeps come to a stop right outside the T-Rex pen. And now it's time for the moment. The one thing that makes Jurassic Park Jurassic Park. Even if you haven't seen Jurassic Park, you know of this scene. It is the one pivotal sequence that changed everything. So, roll it. That's right, it's an hour in, and the T-Rex has finally been revealed in all of its glory. It's hard not to be impressed with this scene. The animatronics of this thing look great even to this day. So, as the T-Rex stretches out its legs, Alan advises Ian not to move.
Keep absolutely still. This vision's based on movement.
That's good advice. But you know what would be bad right now? If somebody was doing the exact opposite. Wow, you kids are stupid. I mean, yeah, just kids, I get that, but of all the things to come up with, flashing a light around with a T-Rex right there, that is your brilliant idea. I realize the T-Rex vision is based on movement, but shouldn't you guys try something? Anything? No, just stand there and watch the kids get killed.
All right, kids are dead. Back to work!
Alan finally does something by throwing a flare to the T-Rex. Unfortunately, Ian has the same idea.
Ian, freeze! Get the kid!
Stupid! After the T-Rex eats the lawyer, Alan is able to get Lex out of the car. But the T-Rex comes back to see if it can find anything else to eat. Jurassic Park, I know you are a pioneer in blockbusters, and I respect you for that. You have done so much for the movie industry. But I just have one question. Where exactly did that cliff come from? Now, you may think that this massive gap was always there. But from watching the scene of the Jeeps arriving at the T-Rex pen, you can tell that it's solid ground. And when they come back, it's still solid ground. It could be that there was always a gap in the T-Rex's pen. Well, there's at least a dozen reasons why that wouldn't make sense. Then you may think to yourself that it could in fact be on the other side of the T-Rex's pen. But it can't be right. From earlier, you can tell that there's no pen on the other side of the road. And from the T-Rex's attack, the car never moves. So, I'm gonna repeat again, Jurassic Park. Where did the cliff come from? This moment has bothered me for quite some time. It keeps me up at night, makes me write up scenarios, and it's led me to talk to my psychologist, who just so happens to be a bear. And yet I still can't figure out this plot hole. This isn't just some scar that changes from one side of the face to the other. This is a plot point. You can't just change the whole area for the convenience of the plot. make any sense. You know, if this was any other movie, maybe, just maybe, I'd be lenient. But we're talking about Jurassic Park, one of the biggest blockbusters of all time, and Steven Spielberg, one of the most prestigious directors of all time. You cannot just make a mistake like this! Somebody out there, could you email me or comment below? Just tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm just looking too much into it. Please tell me that a blunder like this could not possibly be in a movie of this caliber. Please, if somebody out there, for the sake of my sanity, please. Anyways, Dennis tries to escape the island but gets his jeep stuck, and Dennis has a confrontation with one of the island's inhabitants. Aww, he looks so friendly. Aww, he wants to eat off his face. He died as he lived, on his ass. Alan and Lex make it to the bottom of the plot hole, but Timmy is still stuck in the tree. So Alan goes up to get him. Okay, just a simple matter of climbing up the tree, going into the remains of the Jeep, grabbing Timmy, getting out of the remains of the Jeep, climbing back down, and getting home safely. Easy peasy.
Got him.
Easy peasy. Back at the main building, Sattler and Muldoon go to search for Alan and the kids. They find Ian still alive and the remains of the Jeep. Wait. You mean to say there's a way to get down the cliff? Movie, you have managed to put a plot hole in a plot hole! What's your response to this?
Go, let's go, hey! Start the engine!
Ah, an action sequence, of course. In a completely different area, no less. As the three drive back to HQ, Alan and the kids take shelter in a tree. I guess looking for a means up the wall was just too much of a concept for our heroes.
What if the dinosaurs come back while we're all asleep?
Well, I'll stay awake
All night?
all night.
Well, that's our heartwarming moment for the evening. Now let's see what John Hammond's up to. John is sulking while eating ice cream and is joined by Sattler. Hammond recalls his humble beginnings. He tries to figure out just what went wrong today. Let's see. An amusement park with real dinosaurs featuring faulty security and at least 100 worst case scenarios. Nah, I couldn't possibly see what could have gone wrong either.
Is an act of sheer will. Next time it'll be flawless.
It's still the flea circus. It's all an illusion.
When we have control again.
You never had control. That's the illusion. I was overwhelmed by the power of this place. But I made a mistake too. I didn't have enough respect for that power, and it's out now.
What? It looks good. Morning comes, and Alan and the kids are greeted by a hungry Brachiosaurus.
Come on. Up here. God bless you!
I was hoping the Brachiosaurus would have eaten her. I know it was out of context, but be funny. In a dark kind of way. Getting back to the ground, the three discover that the dinosaurs are in fact breeding.
Well, on the tour, the film said they used frog DNA to fill in the gene sequence gaps. They mutated the dinosaur genetic code and blended it with that of frogs. Now, some West African frogs have been known to spontaneously change sex from male to female in a single-sex environment. Malcolm was right.
Well, this would make for an interesting plot point if it went anywhere. Does it?
No.
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 No. No. No.
Yes. I mean, no. No.
Back at HQ, the group tries to figure out what to do about the power and the dinosaurs. They talk about shutting down all the systems so they can turn them back on. So in other words...
Have you tried turning it off and on again?
What about the lysine contingency? We could put that into effect.
What's that?
That is absolutely out of the question.
The lysine contingency is intended to prevent the spread of the animals in case they ever get off the island. Dr. Wu inserted a gene that creates a single faulty enzyme in protein metabolism. The animals can't manufacture the amino acid lysine. Unless they're completely supplied with lysine by us, they slip into a coma and die.
People are dying.
What?
People are dying.
I'm sorry, John, but were you like in your own little conversation over there? Because nobody brought up people dying. They were talking about a plot point that goes nowhere. Alan and the kids arrive in an open field, where they are greeted by an incoming stampede.
Never look at birds the same way again.
Okay, Dr. Grant, we get it. Birds evolved from dinosaurs. We get it, we do. It would be nice if that played into context with the actual story, but it doesn't. But thank you for reminding us. Thank you. In order to fix things, the group has to turn the power back on, and Sattler decides to go out and turn it on herself.
But it ought to be me really going.
Why?
Well, and you're,
Look,
come on, let's go.
we can discuss sexism and survival situations when I get back.
He was going to say former electrician. So Sattler and Muldoon head out to turn on the power. But there's just one problem. So the most intelligent and most lethal dinosaurs are now roaming the island. What's your plan for this?
Go. Now.
It's a good plan. Simple, but effective. Ellie makes it to the power station while Alan, Lex, and Timmy climb on the non-electrified fences. Oh, there's not going to be any repercussion for this. Just goes to show you that if your name is Timmy, you have a universal bullseye on your back. What's up? Let's just keep going.
Mr. Hammond, I think we're back in business.
My God, these Raptors are so smart. They know exactly when to show up for a jump scare.
Oh, Mr. Arnold.
Well, it's not as worth death on screen. As Ellie makes a run for it, Muldoon continues his hunt for the Raptors. Wait, how do you hunt Raptors? Right, you don't. Alan revives Timmy and they finally make it back to the main building. As Alan reunites with Ellie, the kids enjoy a refreshing dessert, but their meal is cut short. Look, I understand that raptors are fast, but these things move like they're speedsters. Lex and Timmy hide in the kitchen, and they think they're safe, until it's revealed that the Raptors can in fact open doors. At this point, I'm wondering what they can't do. Apparently not being able to figure out your standard cliche. The kids escape the kitchen, and they're able to join up with Alan and Ellie.
We can call for help? We gotta reboot the system first.
But I thought... Oh, never mind. Just show the dinosaur.
Ellie, boot up the door locks!
It's a unit system.
Oh, right. She's a hacker. It was brought like 2 times in the film.
You got it! Yes!
Still, it's good to see this character direction not go to waste. With the power back on, the 4 make their escape into the main room. However, the Raptors are hot on their trail as they know exactly where the group is before they even get there. Okay, are we sure these things are raptors and not xenomorphs? Well, thank goodness the T-Rex showed up when it did, and not being able to be spotted by anyone, and being able to fit in the building. Plot holes just follow this thing, doesn't it? With the distraction of the T-Rex, the 4 make it out of the building and are picked up by Hammond and Ian. They make it to the copter, fly off, and leave with their troubles behind them. And I can safely say there are no more errors to point out. Of course, there's the matter of what happens to the dinosaurs, or why they needed to turn on the electricity when they already turned it on. Not to mention, why they need to turn on the electricity in the first place. Was it to maintain the island, or was it to contact the helicopters? And for that matter, how did the helicopters get there so quickly? Were they already there? Movie, do you have any clarification for this? Condors. Of course. All makes sense now. The whole moral of Jurassic Park was condors. You know, I don't think I've ever seen such a good movie be so frustrating. As a spectacle, Jurassic Park is without rival. Its use of effects is fantastic, and it really grasps you into the world of the film. But my God, this film has one convoluted story. It would have been alright if the movie just had a simple plot, which seemed to be what the movie was going for. But Jurassic Park takes a lot of liberties by throwing in plot points that go nowhere and characters who are pretty two-dimensional, though the acting was alright for the most part. I respect Jurassic Park for what it's done for movies, and I can't deny that the film has entertainment value. But I simply cannot ignore the flaws of this movie. However, because of its spectacle, this earth-shattering adventure receives a thunderous 4 hats out of 5. Strange as it may seem. So if this review taught you anything, it should be that even the likes of Steven Spielberg is not safe on this show. Then again, it could have been worse. And by that I do mean the film's sequels. Don't worry though, I won't be covering those for quite some time. Anyways, I'm Timdiana, and I just endured another cinematic adventure.
really hate that man.